Oh my gosh, everything's going crazy right now. What's happening, everybody? It's Scribbles with Chris Ryniak. Hey, Amanda's already in there. I might as well put that up. Amanda says hello.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Scribbles with Chris Ryniak. It's me. It's you. We're back again. Episode 44. You know what that means. Well, it's Thursday, so you know what that means. It means it's Kaiju Time! So, yeah, I changed the camera again. I keep changing it. But welcome to Kaiju Time. Hello, Teresa. Glad to have you back. I'm going to leave that up for 1 second. It's Beanie Bat. Hey, everybody's here. Yeah, it's Thursday, Kaiju Time. If you haven't been here in a while, I made a few upgrades. And all the upgrades are they're just crazy. They are crazy. But welcome back. So, I think I'm just gonna get into it. I kind of had a hard time. Oh, no worries, Beanie Bat. Don't say you're sorry for being in the UK for a month. That's nothing to apologize for. I'm just getting into it. I had a hard time drawing a kaiju or coming up with a kaiju for tonight.
How many ideas did you have?
1, 2, 3. I have 5. I have 5 ideas. And I think they're all okay. I have to be in a mood, you know. I have to be in the right mood. So hello to the entire Critter crew. I made an announcement on the Facebook page that if you're part of the Facebook group and you're one of the 95 people that's part of the Facebook group, I expected to see you all in the chat tonight. So, and we're going to boot you if we don't see you. So,
Ooh.
yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm getting serious.
Harsh.
That's not true. I'm not actually gonna.
Yeah, your computer's just gonna blow up. Chris is gonna do it remotely.
Yeah. So, anyway, I'm gonna get into this kaiju. Yeah, I'm pretty harsh. Yeah, I mean, what's the point of being part of a Facebook group if you're not gonna participate? I mean, they're there. I realize it's different time zones. I'm not that unrealistic.
No excuse.
Yeah, it's true. No excuse. I just really want to know what songs Amanda is going to play tonight on the Penny Whistle.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm starting early.
I'll have to get it out. I put it away.
Oh, no. Hoping I'd
it.
forget? You know that's not going to happen. You know I have awesome memory.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's Jake. Welcome back, Jake. Will there be a quiz? Yeah, you know what? We scared people last time when we were like, "Hey, post this in the Facebook group." So maybe we just gotta do that. Keep people on their toes. Be like, "Hey, everybody gets the exclusive blah 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 sent to their house if they just post this."
Right.
This.
Well, what?
Yeah, it's not true. I'm not gonna send anything
There
to your
is no
house. I
exclusive
can't.
blah, blah,
There's
blah.
no exclusive blah blah blahs anywhere. So, what are you saying, Teresa? Help? Is that help in your southern accent?
Yeah.
Help! You don't really sound like that.
I was gonna say the southern accent that she doesn't have.
No, she has a little bit of a
It's
drawl.
not like, hi,
It's like, hey y'all. She doesn't sound like with
Paula
Paula
Deen?
Deen. Yeah.
I don't think Paula Deen actually sounds like Paula Deen.
I don't think so either. She's like Larry the Cable Guy. She
Yeah.
doesn't really sound like that. It's just a character. Hello, Derek. Welcome back. Are you yawning?
I'm so sorry. I can't help it.
So Amanda goes through these yawning fits where
Does anybody else do this? Because it's horrible.
she hits about like what about 3 or 4 p.m. every day.
It doesn't matter. It varies, but I can't stop yawning. But they're
They're
hard.
they rattle
yawns.
her whole body.
Like I can't get out of them, and it feels like if I close my eyes, I'll just fall asleep immediately. And then I get out of them. I don't know. Maybe we have carbon monoxide levels that are too high.
Yeah, maybe, but it happens outside of the house.
It's true.
It happens in the car, and we left the house and went to the craft store today.
Well,
There it is again.
Right now, and I can't stop. And
Maybe
my
I should
jaw hurts.
I should start counting how many times.
Man.
Azeli Cat says they also go into yawning fits.
Good. Well, not good. I'm just glad that somebody else has experienced this.
Sailor Monster says, I have yawning bouts and it ends up with my eyes watering like I've been crying at a Disney movie. You're not the only one who cries at Disney movies. I think the last Disney movie I cried at was probably Moana, a little bit.
Moana has some cry-worthy parts.
It definitely did. Craft store safari. I didn't buy anything.
I bought a tube of glue.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, see, Amanda can kind of she has like lots of findings and stuff that she usually can get from the craft store, and I just have to order all mine from the internet because I make everything out of clay. So it's true.
Sorry guys, I really didn't mean to make everybody yawn.
Yeah, so that's what we did. We went outside and we braved the cold. It is so cold.
Yeah, the weird thing is it's warmer than it was. It just feels colder.
The other night when we went out for dinner, it was so cold.
It was cold then.
We went out.
It was 4 degrees.
Yeah, we went out to eat with our pals, Horrible Adorables, Chris and Jordan, and when we left, it was so cold. Like walking to our car was like half a block. It was so cold. What do we have for dinner? Nothing entertaining.
Disappointed.
Nothing entertaining. We were out and about, and we stopped at Jimmy John's because we're in this sort of wasteland of food over here in the suburbs. There's not a lot of good like independent restaurants, and I just didn't feel like cooking, and we were out, and I had to get home and get ready for the live stream, so we just ate sandwiches. They were fine. I like Jimmy John's. It's cold during the winter though. Like I don't want to eat cold food.
Yeah, a cold sandwich, and they don't have like an airlock thing in the restaurant.
Oh yeah.
So if anybody walks in, it just this blast of cold air hits you.
Yeah. It's that cold during the summer though. Remember they always have their AC cranked up?
Yeah, I don't like eating there. I like their sandwiches, but I don't want to eat there.
Are we getting hit with crazy warm weather this weekend? I don't know.
If by crazy warm you consider like the 30s crazy warm, then yes.
I remember my 30s. They weren't crazy warm. Yeah, it's gonna go 42 on Saturday and 43 on Sunday and 49 and rainy on Monday.
Okay, so yeah, that is getting crazy warm.
That's pretty crazy warm for us. For this time of year, anyway. Yeah, 49, that's
really warm.
Yeah, that
right
means
now.
all the snow's going to melt again for the 4th time.
Oh, don't worry, we'll get more.
Yeah, well, it looks like there's no snow in the foreseeable forecast. It's all after that, it's all 30s and 40s, so, you know. It's warming up.
I'll be back.
Okay.
You'll see me again. Do you want anything to drink? Do you want anything hot?
You know, since I'm freezing.
Do you want some tea or do you want some hot chocolate?
Some tea sounds amazing.
Do you want just
Thank you.
black tea?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What are you doing? I'm hanging around. There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, I'll be back.
Okay. Isn't she the best? She is the best. I won't take any other answer than yes. I didn't make any notes about what I'm supposed to talk about today. I've been fully immersing myself in getting Thimblestump Hollow done, which we got one more character finished, so it means we have one left, and then we start getting into the minutia of figuring out colorways, and well, we've already started to figure out the colors, but like figure out manufacturing and what we can and can't do, and how big they need to be, and how big the boxes need to be, and all that stuff. So, but that can happen while things are being produced. So we are in the throes of getting this thing out the door. So yeah, it's becoming real, and I think you guys will be very happy with the way it came out, and we're super happy, and it's going very well. So we'll just say that. Yeah, it's really crazy. We got one of those 60-degree days here too, Teresa. It's this winter's just nuts. I'm ready to move away from winterland. I don't want to move to Florida though. I've done that already. No Florida for me. There's a Wayne White show. Oh my gosh, really? Huh, where is it at, Ethan? Should I pick you up something? I can't afford any of that stuff. So if anybody knows or doesn't know of Wayne White's one of my favorite artists, not only because of his art, because of him as a person. If you get a chance, you should watch the documentary Beauty is Embarrassing. And you'll learn about him. He was one of the original artists that worked on the set and worked on the puppets for Pee-wee's Playhouse, and he did a lot of videos for like Peter Gabriel and Smashing Pumpkins, but he also makes really hilarious paintings. So Joshua Liner Gallery. I know Joshua Liner. I used to show with him when he owned another gallery in Philadelphia, actually. But I know Joshua. I haven't talked to him in a long time. I'll have to check out the show. I was in Sarasota when I lived there. So I lived there for 7 years. Hey, if you go, Ethan, say hello to Joshua Liner for me. Tell him Chris Ryniak says hello and hopes that he is well. That was back in the day when I was a painter type. But thank you, that's awesome. Is that gallery still in Chelsea where it used to be? Like where the it was in the same building as the Jonathan Levine Gallery? Or Levine. One of the two. I don't know. I used to show with him too when he owned Tin Man Alley. Oh, thank you, Kesho. And if you are allergic to swear words, you may want to avoid looking at Wayne White's art because he uses a lot of swear words, but in a humorous way. So, just be forewarned if you're a child. If you're just joining us, it's Kaiju Time! So I think I'm going to I'm actually going to record me doing that so I don't have to do my crazy announcer voice every time. And I can put some sweet reverb on it. Why my table's all squeaky. Hey, CMH. Welcome. Glad you got the memo. The memo is, if you didn't join the chat tonight, you get booted. You're no longer a fan of mine. You gotta put in the hours. Did the children recover from 5 Minutes of Fame? They loved it. They had a really, really good time. My son had a great time being on. I think it gives him something to look forward to. My daughter consumes a lot of this type of entertainment, so I would think it was interesting for her to be on. I'm gonna redraw these in a little bit once I get my brain wrapped around where they're supposed to be. Maybe they need to be lower. That's it. Oh no. I've been having something with my phone where my notifications don't work anymore. Like, my phone just decides not to buzz anymore. It was really fun. Ethan, you've actually seen us in person together, so you can corroborate that that's actually how we are. But yeah, it was fun. There's a lot of laughing that happens in this house when everybody's together. It's a really nice environment for everybody. We sort of thrive on humor, so it's a good way to get along with everybody. Doesn't always work, but we just throw everything against the wall and see what sticks. So I've also been spending a lot of time learning 3D modeling. I'm just kind of getting my feet wet right now, and I'm not necessarily doing it the quote unquote right way. I picked a project to just get in there and start fumbling around and learning the tools and learning the interface and just getting used to being in the 3D environment. And so far so good. It's kind of fun. And now that I've gotten through the swearing phase, where I couldn't even open up a file. So, thank you so much, Teresa. Would you say it's a very Teresa kaiju? See, I listen to your podcast. I'm the one who listens to your podcast. I do think that you guys should rename the podcast the Ham Hawk podcast, though, because that's pretty funny. Not sure about this back leg. I might have to rethink this leg a little bit. Any hint on the resin figure you ordered for February? It's gonna be resin. It is going to be a dewdrop. That's all I'm gonna say. And also, just a quick heads up, I believe, hopefully I got this right, the second version of my watch is going to be released in February also. So, there you go. I'm not going to say which one yet. It's one of the remaining 3, so you know it's not the turtle. Does it rhyme with Schmango Ripple? No, that one's coming a little bit later. So I got a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in the works right now. So, but yeah, I figured. So I looked at my dewdrops, and the reason I thought I had a lot more dewdrops that I had released, but I realized that there's only been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's only been 9 colors, and I think only a small handful of those were like big, like full size releases. So, what's up, Cardboard Spaceship? We were just talking about you guys a little bit. What's the good word? I was just telling everybody that we're almost done modeling all the figures. So, we're 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Yeah, well, the thing is, I had another company doing Dewdrop, and then I switched it over, and I started doing Smidgen with another guy, and I never did Dewdrop until just this past year with the orange one. So he's producing the orange ones, and now we're back in the swing of making more Dewdrop. So, but now that I'm learning 3D modeling. You can look for more minis coming, probably more often. So, yeah, Dewdrop. Everybody loves Dewdrop. Is Chris running at a brick wall? No, I just try to keep it. I try to keep it pretty, tough for Kaiju Time. It's Kaiju Time. I try to make it look nice and tough. Because I'm not. It's like either the backdrop for every garage band ever, or every grunge band, or like every comedy, stand-up comedy place. More minis, yes. Well, the one thing you can count on from me is that I will just keep making more stuff. People seem to like the stuff, and I like making it, so I'm just gonna keep making it. Hopefully with some regularity. Oh, Ryniak street art. You know, I want to do some murals, but it's like another one of those things that I can't cram it into my schedule. I was supposed to do a mural for somebody, and I couldn't get it into the schedule. So maybe at some point I'll do it. Also, I can't use spray cans. I mean, I can like base coat things, but I don't know how to do. I don't have good can control. I don't want to be a poser out there. All right, speaking of kaiju, you guys want to see? I can show you a little video of something. This isn't for anything. This is just oh, here comes Amanda with the tea.
Sorry, I'm trying to. I'm going slowly because I don't want my gyroscopic balance to.
It's okay.
Go off.
Here we go. Tea time. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Anyway, I was gonna show these guys a video of what I've been working on the computer.
Oh.
So it isn't for anything. Hold on, let me get a sip of tea. I'm just gonna keep you guys. Oh, that's very good. Thank you. This is just for practice, so don't get too crazy excited. But it's for everybody's eyes. This is going on the internet, so everybody can see it. I just want to show you my progress so far. So this is my first attempt. Retro Jam is here. Thank you so much for the cupcakes. Hopefully those showed up. I don't know if they did or not. This is my first project, and I chose one of the kaiju drawings that I've done to test my first modeling. So you guys can see. Oh, hold on. Let me start this over again. I just put the volume right in front of it. So
technical difficulties there.
There you go. That's my first attempt at 3D modeling.
I like how you put the volume thing like here.
Yeah.
Look
Here it is. Don't look. Here it is. Don't look. So there he is. That's my first attempt. And I'm still not done yet. I'm still working on some stuff. It's kind of lumpy in places, but yeah, it's coming along. So it's been, definitely a learning experience. But there we go.
Yay!
I just haven't flopped his flipper to the other side yet. So I was working on I was detailing one of them before I put it to the other side. But no, you don't want to see the wires. This is a mess. Yep, I'm doing it all in ZBrush, and that was about, I don't know, 3 days worth of
2.
Well, no, I mean 3 days worth of watching solid tutorials and just really learning the tools before I got in there and started doing something.
3 whole days.
But that's about a day and a half worth of sculpting in there. So, which, if I had to sculpt that thing both sides symmetrically by hand, oh boy, to get it to that point would be, jeez, a week of solid sculpting probably.
Yeah, if not more.
So already, it's awesome. So, Jamie from Cardboard Spaceship says I'm hired.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of the point, Jamie. You know we need a modeler. That you can just tell me to do it and I'll do it.
As I say, it's easy to tell yourself what you have in your mind.
Yeah. Hey, it's Bodhi. Welcome, Bodhi. Welcome to Kaiju Time. I'm gonna do that so much. Any particularly good tutorials you found? A lot of the ones that were actually on the Pixelogic site were good. I think that you just have to start from beginner. And I think you just have to get in there and start messing. I think you have to get in there and do something that's not that you don't care about at all. You're just playing around. You're not trying to make a finished thing or make it look like anything that's yours. You're just goofing off and start messing up and then start to try to troubleshoot. So go to the internet, Google things, and then find more videos and go back and go like, well, I wonder if I can do this. And then if you can't, then go, check it out on the internet, Google more things. That's kind of how I was doing it. Every time I get stuck, I just go to the internet and look for something. And I learned so much stuff just by screwing things up. So there you go. Jamie says to remember to send myself revisions. Yeah, I'll do draw-overs for myself. At some point, I've published them on Patreon before, but at some point I'm going to I'll show you guys what draw-overs look like, because the amount of drawing that we have to do on top of a model to relay to the modeler what needs to be done is kind of bonkers, and it's just too much time. So if I know how to do it myself, I could just get in there, and even if Amanda's standing right behind me and she needs changes on hers, she can just go, hey, move this thing, and then I can just nudge it and change things right in front of us. So, hey, Jinx Dart, welcome. That's a pretty cool cat. Sorry, I'm slurping very loudly. I'm slurping it like there's ramen noodles inside it. Ramen tea.
Ew.
So Amanda's been catching up on Game of Thrones.
So season 3, Game of Thrones, everyone's still horrible. And I have a feeling that horribleness is not going to let up, so we'll see where it keeps taking.
I'm glad that you're watching it, because then I can finally talk to you about it.
Well, no spoilers, because I know it's like...
Yeah.
I'm watching something that was current in 2015 or something like that, so...
I will tell you that Darth Vader is Luke's father. Sorry, you'll find that out in the end. And it was Kaiser Sose.
No.
Yeah. And what did we watch? Oh, we watched Blade Runner 2049, I believe that's the number associated with it. We watched that on the new fancy 4K TV. And it was pretty awesome. It was our first big movie experience on our new TV. And boy, was that worth it. D'Artagnan said my internet died just as Chris Ryniak said the resin figure is. It's a dewdrop. It's a dewdrop in a solid color, a solid opaque color, because that's what everybody wanted. Let's see. The best part of Game of Thrones is when they wake up and it's all a dream.
Yeah, well, that was a different show.
Yeah, that show. Did anybody else watch Lost? And be very, very sad at the end?
And if somebody still wants to watch it, we can stop talking about it. It's not really a dream.
And if you are interested in watching it, watch the first 2 seasons and
actually
be
go
done.
all the way through 4 or 5. And then stop.
Yeah. Is it a big dewdrop or mini dewdrop? Mini dewdrop, little one. Bodhi liked the end of Lost. I couldn't. No. I felt so cheated. It's not for me. That's what I'm going to say. It wasn't for me. That was for somebody else. And apparently it was for you, not me. Wait, I forgot to do this. That's what I think about the end of Lost.
Yeah. It really, really bummed me out.
Yeah, because I felt like I devoted so much time and effort to it.
I think a lot of people, I actually knew a lot of people who liked the ending, so it's like, I guess different strokes for different folks. I couldn't help but hearing my mom, the ex-creative writing teacher, sounding in my head, saying like, that kind of an ending is a cop-out, and it's not good writing. But
did anyone else watch Fringe? We watched the first 3 seasons or something like that.
Far in it. I don't
and then
really know why we stopped.
I think we lost interest. I think because it did the same thing that X-Files did. So the X-Files was awesome because it was like hardly any of the mythology, but mostly Monster of the Week episodes. And then at one point it swapped, and then I didn't care anymore. And I felt like that Fringe was doing the same thing. Like I didn't care about the ongoing mythology. It's like shows that do both of those things, I I feel like you got to pick one or the other, or do a really good balance of it. So, that's kind of how I feel, how I felt. But I loved Walter on Fringe. Walter,
I loved all of Walter's names for Astrid.
for Astrid, yeah.
Aspirin being
Yeah.
my favorite one. An asterisk.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
The aspirin was by far my favorite one.
He was
Asteroid.
Yeah, oh, Astrid. He's a great character though. What other show? Oh, so I recently started watching The Orville. Is anybody else watching The Orville? I didn't know much about it other than a friend of mine is doing effects for it, and I thought I would give it a try. And I'm not a big fan of Seth MacFarlane. I don't think he's really funny, but he's been really toned down on this show. And it's if you don't know anything about it, it's sort of like if you like Star Trek: The Next Generation, it's so much like Star Trek: The Next Generation, but with sort of rude humor thrown in once in a while, and it tackles like really current issues, which is pretty awesome. But they're sparing no expense on the effects. They're sparing no expense on the makeup. But the best thing about it is like Seth MacFarlane is kind of he's kind of matured a lot in the show, so he's not like taking over with just stupid jokes all the time. So, and like the stupid jokes only pop in once in a while. So, but if you like Next Generation, you'll definitely like that. It's just a little funnier. But there was funny parts of Next Generation too.
Yeah,
I think.
they didn't shy away from humor.
So give it a shot. It's campy, but it's fun. And there's a lot of fun aliens and ships and I don't know. And again, like I said, they tackle sort of like current social issues too, which is I wasn't expecting either. So give it a shot. If you're easily offended, the first episode is kind of not great, but if you're easily offended, don't watch it. How do I feel about the new Star Trek? I haven't seen a single episode yet. I saw the new design of the Klingons and I was very upset.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did not like them. I'll give it a shot though. I've really loved the Star Trek movies that have come out recently, especially the one with Benedict Humperdinck. Bandersnatch.
Bandersnatch, that's good.
That one was pretty good. I'll definitely give it a shot. I'm always looking for new shows to watch while I'm working, so I will try anything until I find out it's terrible, which is most things. They said they're rebooting Discovery while it's airing because it's so bad. Wow.
Oh. That's not good.
Huh. No, that's not good at all. Boy, I don't know what I'm doing here. Never mind what I just did there, guys. Don't even pay attention. Alright, I'm going to start shading this guy.
So I'm really scared of nature shows.
Oh, because you're afraid that you're going to see the bad things happen to the cute animals?
I'm not... Okay. I'm not naive. I know the whole nature is red in tooth and claw, and I know this. I know that horrible things happen. I know that the world is not fair, and the world is not just, and the world is not kind. I just am
You just
very
don't want to watch
sensitive
it.
to seeing it, so I'm always like, I really enjoy it, and I love biology, and I love seeing all these things happen, but there's always this part in the back of my mind, like the stupid Life of Birds with the one, I just can't even talk about it.
Aw.
So I'm always afraid that stuff's going to happen. So it kind of limits
It is going to happen. I think that's the problem.
I know, I'm afraid. Isn't that stupid? Like, I'm an
No,
adult.
it's not. It's not. We are very empathetic towards animals, so we like nature shows, but yeah, I think I probably don't watch them for the same reason.
I would rather though see. I think I'm not even talking about like hunting, because like, you know, predators have to eat. I get it. I think it's just other things that are horrible that happen. You know, sickness, pollution.
Yeah.
Like, that stuff's real hard. Oh, sorry. I got everything go down.
Oh,
I'm
it's
sorry.
fine. It's fine. It's the circle of life.
And I know that, right? Like, I'm not... I eat animals, so I can't really... And it's a weird place to be.
I'm requesting Circle of Life on Penny Whistle.
I don't really know how it goes. I know that part.
It's fine.
Literally, I know the circle of life, but then after that, I don't know how it goes.
We'll have to do some research. Yeah, I can't. I mean, I love animals a lot, and I've witnessed the Circle of Life a lot as a fisherman. So, and I've actually, kind of been part of that.
Yeah.
But I've also done my fair share of saving animals too. So I've gone way out of my way to save animals. Put myself in harm's way to save animals. Amanda and I saved a goose once. Did we talk about this on the live stream?
We may have. I don't remember.
Guys, did we talk about our goose adventure? If we did, I won't repeat it. So, but those shows look really amazing on the TV, on the 4K. Just, I don't want to see all the bad stuff happen huge.
And I like psych myself up for it, but it always makes me upset. But you know what? I think it's good when things like that make you upset, because that means that you have feelings. You know, like it means that you feel empathy. I think it's healthy.
I heard that we mentioned it, but it was a long time ago. So I'll say it really quick. Amanda and I, at our old job, we were coming back from lunch and we saw a baby goose, like a teenage goose. Like,
real awkward.
He was real awkward, big knees. He was by himself, like he was a baby. He couldn't fly.
This is a Canada goose.
Yeah, Canada goose. They're not pretty, but he was a baby and he was by himself and he was wandering around the parking lot, and no adult geese anywhere to be found. So we just sprung into action. I went and grabbed him. Hello, Shuby. I went and grabbed him and we wrapped him in a towel. And we drove around for like 20 minutes looking for his parents.
He was not having it either.
Yeah, he was pretty upset. I was holding on to him, and we came around this corner, and I thought I saw them way out in this field, because there was like this big field right next to our office, and so I grabbed him, and I ran out into the field towards this giant group of giant birds that you don't want to get near them because they'll bite you, and they'll attack you. So I ran towards them, and they started like bobbing their heads up and down and honking at me. And the baby started freaking out. So I got closer and closer and closer until felt like I was close enough to him, and I put him down, and he ran over to them and got reunited with his parents and joined the group. And Amanda started crying, and I started crying, and it was a happy ending. So there you go.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. It was pretty epic, and he got reunited. So
Canada geese do have attitude.
Oh my
I
God.
was very afraid of them as a kid, and for good reason.
And they also poop everywhere.
Do you know why they poop so much? I mean, other than the fact that they eat so much?
No.
It's because they're really, really heavy, and they really can't fly. Like, no excess weight is possible for them to still be able to maintain flight.
Okay.
So they just poop constantly to keep themselves as light as possible.
That's hilarious.
Like, I mean,
So it's like their ballast system?
they're big birds. If you think
they're
about
really big.
how beefy they are.
Yeah.
They're also big and kind of scary.
I love it's like they're like sandbagging.
Yeah.
Like they have to drop weight just to get off the ground. So they just like pooping while they're running on the runway to like get off the ground.
Yeah. Go, 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 go. Poop, and then they can go.
Bodhi, that's exactly what we're saying.
Yes.
If you poop more, you can fly.
I can fly. Boop.
Guys, if you're just joining, you know what time it is. It's Kaiju Time! I'm going to do it every single time. Every time. What else? What else is going on right now? Oh, Kesha wants I Believe I Can Fly on the penny whistle.
I'll work on it. I'm shopping on the internet. Give me a second.
What are you shopping for?
A book.
What's the book?
I'll tell you after I buy it.
Okay. You bought a book today, didn't you?
No, that's the one that
that's the one you're looking for.
I'm re-looking at the thing to make sure that I don't just like impulse buy something that I realize that I don't actually want.
So, guys, I want you to throw out, what book do you think Amanda Louise Spade is shopping for?
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Just throw out a guess. Just toss it out there. I can tell you it's not Fire and Fury.
No. It's hard to tell whether or not it's more or less serious than that.
Thank you, Derek. He is chunky and compact. He's sort of like an older one that I did. But he's different. Slightly different. So, any guesses as to what book Amanda Louise Spade is shopping for right now? Any guesses? Any at all? Any book readers out there?
I'll give you some hints.
No, don't give him hints.
No. I'm really looking forward to getting it and like getting a cup of tea and curling up with a blanket and flipping through it.
Okay.
Because there's stuff to look at as well as stuff to read.
Hoy Hoy Jake says a Guy Fieri cookbook. Oh, Katie Fish says Obama photo book. These are all good guesses. The Art of the Penny Whistle. Teresa says Nicholas Sparks. I don't know what that is. That was Teresa humor, apparently, because she laughed at it. Teresa, you are a welcome part of this community. I feel like we need to look that up. Oh, it's a picture book of puppies. That's amazing.
There is a lot to look at there in terms of looking at and reading.
Kesha says that book of skulls. It's a big coffee table book. That sounds awesome, by the way.
Okay, I'll tell you what I've just bought.
Okay, here we go.
It's a book originally published in 1892, but I think my version is 1902. It is entitled The Cottage Physician, Best Known Methods of Treatment in All Diseases, Accidents, and Emergencies of the Home, prepared by the ablest physicians in the leading schools of medicine, allopathy and homeopathy, etc., etc., by Thomas Faulkner and J.H. Carmichael.
There you go, guys.
The complete handbook of medical knowledge for the home with nearly 200 illustrations.
Now, how did you find that book?
I was looking for pictorial reference of, not that I don't have enough sitting on the shelf, but I wanted more reference of like old, like tincture and like liniment labels from bottles, and I just happened to come up with that in the Google image search. And I thought it was a cool book, and it happened to be on eBay, and bought it.
Guys, Amanda Louise Spade is the most interesting person that I know. And she lives in my house. So...
It is a very long book title.
Can you grab that other book that's in here?
Oh, Vitology? Yeah, you have to be careful with the...
That's why I didn't say the name, because I was going to make it a surprise.
Oh.
Yeah, that one.
I can't remember whether or not the front cover comes off, so just be careful.
No, I know, it's very fragile.
I mean, don't be afraid of it, though, because it is hecked up, as
yeah, here,
would say.
I'll show you this one. I'm not going to open it, because it's got crazy stuff in it. But, look at this book. So this is the actual book that, Pearl Jam based their book on.
They had a record with
but
that.
But this is a you know, I use this to hold down stuff on the scanner sometimes.
Do you really?
Yeah. Yeah, so...
it's a chunker of a book.
Yeah, it's a...
Here, I can find something good in there that's reasonably family-friendly.
Oh, Teresa says she wants to squeeze this kaiju with love. See, I know I'm doing something right, because I know your taste, Teresa. I'm always afraid that the kaiju are going to, like, scare people away from my Instagram feed, but so far so good. I keep them pretty friendly.
The thing I really like about this book is that it's not just about, it's like how to live a pure and healthy life. Like it's about it's not just medicine. It's about
Was it written by Kellogg?
Like how to put children to bed properly. How mothers can save themselves an immense amount of worry and save their children suffering throughout life is given in this article.
Hello, Jade Emerald. Sorry you won't be able to stay long, but I do appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully it wasn't because of my threats on Facebook. If you're just joining us, I threatened everyone on our Facebook group that I was going to kick them off if they didn't show up in the stream tonight.
Jeez, ouch.
I'm not actually going. I might. I'm not going to. I will.
Yeah.
I'm seriously not gonna, but I'm going to. What do we got?
I'm gonna try not to knock your tea over when I do this.
This is the greatest destroyer of health, life, and beauty in the civilized world. The waist belt. That's amazing.
It says, this and its kindred waist compressor are the most destructive inventions to human health on the, and now this is in caps and bold, face of the globe.
Oh, man. I better get rid of my belt.
King Alcohol claims his victims by the 100,000, but these by the millions. Abominations.
Yeah, you guys, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
What year was that produced or
it was
published?
Turn of the last century, so
It's
like late 1890s.
1890s. You know, for some reason, it doesn't look like my my bits are showing up. I'm so sorry, Red Jar Jam. Let me see if I can fix that. Let me see. Everything got screwed up last time, so I'm gonna try and fix it right now. Sorry, I'm indisposed. Hold on. Let's try that. We'll do test. Yeah, should be working now. If it's not, I blame Twitch. There we go. A new Godzilla anime on Netflix. I did see the trailer for it, but I haven't seen it yet. Godzilla looks huge.
Mm-hmm.
He looks so big. So I'll have to give that a watch sometime when I can actually read it, because I don't think it's subbed. Or I don't think it's dubbed. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, so you have to actually look at it?
Yeah. Kesha, did those bits work? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, your bits worked. Maybe it's Red Jar Jam, maybe. Maybe it's just, it's not liking him today. Hello, Kirby, welcome. Well, oh, there they go. That's so much better. Thank you so much, Red Jar Jam. I appreciate it. And thank you, Shuby. And for everybody that just joined us, it's Kaiju Time. Kesha sent you a whisper, apparently.
I wrote back.
A whisper.
I wrote back a lot.
Oh, weird.
Uh-oh.
Wonder what happened.
I don't know. I wrote like 2 paragraphs.
Oh, no. Maybe Kesha was just not paying attention.
Hopefully the system is
Yeah, who
up.
knows? How's everybody doing? That's what I want to know. How are you doing? It's Thursday. You got one more day of the week. How are you doing? Are you looking forward to the weekend? Did you have a good week? Apparently it didn't come to her.
Weird. Well, I can copy and paste.
See if it works again. Oh, Kirby, I'm sorry to hear that you are sad.
Oh no.
Ups and downs. We had both of those this week. Good and bad this week. We had really good and not so good, so there we go. Coloring a puke night drawing digitally and hating myself for it. Why are you hating yourself for it? Is that not your thing? You don't like digital? Yeah, everybody give your most positive energy to Kirby. Only had to work 2 days this week because of freezing rain in Houston. Hopefully you got paid for those 2 days.
That's right, I forgot they got winter slash.
Yeah, the weather's been insane this year. Oh, thanks, Jade Emerald. I heard that from a couple people, and I'm glad that this is like a positive thing for people. So, so Red Jarro Jam, are you seasoned at digital illustration, or are you just getting into it? And what are you using to digitally color it? Because I might have some suggestions. All analog. Okay. Are you using Photoshop to do it? 65 degrees in Colorado today and 70 tomorrow.
Nice.
Whoa. That's really nice. Sorry, I was just checking the time.
It's time.
No, I was just afraid that I was going too long, but apparently this guy's going rather quickly actually. Amanda and I, we both use Photoshop. You know, I was actually going to suggest using Procreate, so never mind.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to suggest. Because we've been, basically using Photoshop our whole lives, and we switched over to the iPad Pro and we started using Procreate. You use Draw sometimes, right?
Yeah, but not anymore. I used to until I realized that I could just draw things in Procreate and then take them into Illustrator and live trace them if I wanted vectors. So
weird. I don't know what's up with Modbot. You know, it's weird. I can see that you wrote Procreate, but it didn't mod it for me.
weird.
Oh, I think somebody let it through. I think Kesha let it through. I've heard of those coloring apps. They look interesting.
I just saw you get ads for those all the time on your Tap Tap Fish.
Oh, I do. Guys, my Tap Tap Fish is really thriving. But some of the things I don't have the patience to try to get. But I'm trying to get let's see what kind of coral I'm trying to get.
You got a cake fish.
I did get a cake fish. He's really great.
He's really cute.
It's a dumb thing that I can just put on my desk next to me while I'm working, and it's not even, there's no effort required at all. It's a dumb little maintenance game, and it's way more rewarding than Neko Atsumi, that dumb game. So mad at it. Oh, hello, Bailey. Teresa's dog says hello.
Aww.
Yeah, Tap Tap Fish is pretty great. If you've never seen it, this is Tap Tap Fish. This is my reef. Let's see. Let me get my kelp. Let me get my shells there. So I'm trying to get. I'm gonna put this on. I'm trying to get this coral. The ruby cabbage coral. And boy, I gotta get a lot more vitality to get that. So. There we go. That's but here I'll show you the cake fish.
I love the cake fish. I don't play it. I just live vicariously.
It's so dumb. Look at him.
Chris's tank.
Look at him. He's literally a piece of cake. Look at him.
I like him.
Look, his whole butt is wiggling.
And I like birthday fish, party fish.
Yeah, and then there's the party mahi. Yeah, those are pretty good. Oh, and I have this awesome, the prized walking fish, but he's a axolotl. Pretty good. There you go. Yes, that app is absolutely free, so you should get it. Hello, Lilani. Lilani. There, I said it right this time.
You can pay for stuff in the app, but you don't really have to. You
don't have to.
You can earn it.
Yeah.
By waiting and tapping.
Yeah. So what it does is like things get more expensive exponentially. So the currency in the game is called vitality, and you'll figure it out pretty quickly. It's really simple, but you just save up for different fish, and then there's different ways of getting fish. Like some of them are special event fish for if you take a certain amount of pictures, or you open up the apps a certain amount of times, or tap in the upper left-hand corner 5,000 times. That's how I got the narwhal. There you go. Let's see, do I bother to combine my special abilities? I think you mean, I'm not sure what you mean. I think you're talking about... Are you talking about these guys here? The skills? Because I run all three of them at the same time. So, I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I was just wait for those to recharge, and then I hit all three of them at once, because the vitality goes really up really fast. Sally Monster may or may not be catching butterflies in Animal Crossing right now.
Hey, that is okay. I did a lot of fishing when I was playing Yokai Watch.
Oh, that was a really fun part.
There's bugs in that one too.
Yeah, you would always hand that over to me when you would fish
You're good
too.
at the
I
fishing.
love the fishing parts of most games. There was a few fishing games that they had for download for the PS4, and we watched the trailers for them, and boy, were they like I couldn't figure out who they were trying to sell these to. It was like super sweet urban fishing.
Yeah, it was like
what?
really loud, like raucous, like dubstep, and everything was extreme.
And it was like to catch a bass.
But there's like a guy on a dock in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
and
what?
Thinking like, where's this music coming from? Because that's not what fishing sounds like.
And then there was also the one that was like it was like in the middle of like an industrial area, and there happened to be a fishing spot there.
I mean, if it's like BMX or something, I can totally like X Games, I can understand. But you know, you're standing there with a fishing rod. It's not really extreme.
No, extreme bass. Well, it depends on what you're catching, but this is like bass fishing in the city.
Yeah, you're standing there with a rod.
Not super extreme. So I got a little obsessed with this kid who, I think he lives in Texas somewhere. Or Louisiana maybe, and
Is he the one that dives?
he had this awesome YouTube channel where he would scuba dive in this river in the middle of a city, and he would just go down and clean up the river. Like, he would take a knife down there, and he would find all the garbage, and I guess a lot of people like whitewater raft in that river, so he would find all kinds of iPhones and GoPros, but he found a lot of trash, and he would just dive down there with a GoPro strapped to his head, and you could see all the fish down there and all the stuff he was bringing up. I think at one point somebody dropped like a box of cremated remains in the river, and he found that and brought it up. It was like sealed in a bag too, which is crazy. Like, he called the cops and brought it to them. But I found myself really fascinated with that channel, because I was like, hey, I could do that.
Didn't he find like 19,000 pairs of sunglasses?
Oh yeah, he always finds pairs of sunglasses. But I don't know. I found that channel to be pretty fascinating, because like I always loved the idea that, like, I don't know. When I swim, I always have to go down. Like, I have to go down to the bottom to see what's down there. I've never been afraid of that. I was a really good swimmer when I was younger. I'm still pretty okay at it. If it weren't for my shoulder, I'd be a lot better. But I don't know what river it is. I'd have to look it up. I'll have that for you next time. But the channel can be a little obnoxious, but it's pretty interesting to see what's down there. And there's times where, like, he looks up and he can see people like in boats above him, which is pretty crazy.
Sorry, dropped off for a second.
That's one thing we got to do more of in the summertime.
What's that?
Go swimming.
Yes.
And go to the creek. And take the Tenkara rod to the creek. Because I hadn't had it yet by the end of summer, so we weren't able to get out there. Unfortunately, our good creek is about, what, an hour away from here?
Yeah, it's far.
And by the time we're done, we come back, we're exhausted. Oh, thank you so much, Zelly Cat. Yeah, he's got very chunky legs, chunky toes. Yeah, I'm dreaming of summer already. So.
Oh, summer.
I know. It'll happen again, I promise. Oh, so if you haven't seen Blade Runner, the new Blade Runner movie yet, it's pretty good. I thought it was good. I had a few criticisms of the structure of the movie. I thought all the information was really interesting, but I think that the way it was presented was a little lackluster.
Yeah, I feel like we can't really talk about it because it's new.
Yeah, so I'm not going to talk about it, but I thought that it was a good continuation of the story. However, I had a bit of a problem with the structure of it. So all the parts were there, just
That's fair.
not timed properly. Does that seem right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Jade Emerald says, right, me too. Did you order that book?
I did.
Oh man, we're gonna get schooled on old timey medicinal ways.
Yeah, get ready to drink questionable things.
No, it's just gonna be like the remedy for everything is laudanum.
Basically.
Yeah, take this cocaine and laudanum.
Right.
4-year-old child. I didn't like the soundtrack bits where the new scenes in the giant thundering intros. Theater, I watched it. Made them super too loud.
Oh.
Huh.
They sounded awesome on our TV, but we can turn the volume up and down here.
Yeah, we can control the levels. You know, I find it's often the other way around with movies. Like they everything's too quiet. Like I go to the movie theater, and I'm like, you got giant speakers, turn it up, man. That's why I came here.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely parts where the sound gets super loud, but that was kind of evident in the first movie also. Like the soundtrack was really sort of a big defining factor in that movie.
I thought that stylistically they did a pretty good job keeping it in line with the original.
Yeah. It was good to see Dave Bautista in another movie
Yeah.
too. Not as Drax. Like just as a just as a dude, really. More or less. I think he was in another movie, an action movie called Bushwick, I want to say.
Huh.
That Aesop Rock did the soundtrack for.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's all audio. It's all like, there's no, what am I trying to say? There's
I don't know.
no dialogue to the music. There's
Oh,
no
really?
lyrics.
It's like a picture book of...
Yeah.
Huh.
There's no lyrics.
That's interesting.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna get into it. Getting into it. So coffee has come out really well this week.
Oh, yeah, we are working on the coffee thing.
So far, so good. We did order a grinder that we may never use again.
I wasted $25 on a grinder that I'm never going to use.
And to be fair, it's not the grinder's fault.
No, it works really well.
The grinder works great. However, for the amount of coffee that we need to grind by hand, I don't think it's something that we're interested in doing by hand.
Like, I could have made coffee twice in the time that it was taking us to grind enough coffee to make it once.
As we're living in the future where we can draw on iPads, I'm going to get an electric burr grinder that does it for me. A grinder robot, if you will.
I think that grinder would be awesome, like if you had like a cabin or something where there wasn't electricity and, You know, you wanted that rustic experience.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
took forever.
The 2 days over the summer where I'm on vacation and I don't have to
Right.
do anything. Yeah, that's fine. You like find the old manual grinder under the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're gonna order an electric one. Use it for spices. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You can bring it with you to the creek.
I'm gonna sit on a rock in the middle of the creek and just grind coffee for 15 minutes per teaspoon.
So I find that somebody mentioned that the kaiju is coming together quickly. I find that things that actually are more detailed come together faster because I can make things that look kind of grotesque and weird and there's more things to distract you from being out of place. So like if I'm doing a very simple character and there's only like 5 lines, I really gotta pay attention to those lines and make them perfect. Whereas like this, there's all kinds of lines and wrinkles and details to distract you from the fact that some of them may not be perfect.
Makes sense.
So, it's the same thing with sculpting actually. Like there's a lot of like kaiju toys and stuff that they're not sculpted great. They're which is not a slam on them. They're just, if you cover something in detail, it looks really impressive. The detail might not be great. There just might be a lot of it, like texture and stuff. People want to know where the penny whistle is.
Oh man, give me a second.
You
Sorry, I've been doing stuff, guys.
You don't have to dig it out. It's fine. Believe it or not, Amanda isn't actually part of this live stream. She just does it to be nice. She does it to keep me company because she knows that I freak out when I'm in here by myself and talking to myself to the air. I'm talking to you guys, but I can't hear you, so.
I don't know how you do that, because I'm talking to you, for the most part.
What do you mean, how I do what?
I don't know, like I've sat in your chair before, and I feel like it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's not super easy sometimes. Like I don't want to just sit here in silence. Like I do want to make this an entertaining time for you guys.
But I mean, there's people here, so I mean, we've got almost 30 people on the stream right now.
Right. Awesome. More than 19?
More than 19.
We must have scared some people from the Facebook group that thought they were going to lose their membership.
Huh. Kesha says we'll have to record videos of talking to you.
Maybe I'll just like put on an audio track and I'll just make sure my mouth is off the camera.
Oh, right. You can just
so I can just
it.
play it. So I compressed a almost 2-hour live stream into a 35-second video today, and I had to speed it up by 9,000%. So that's if you saw it on if you go to Instagram, you can see the video. Yeah, I couldn't believe I had to speed it up that much to get it to go down to like 35 seconds. So I was thinking about possibly making they call them speed drawings, but they're actually called time lapses. A speed drawing means you draw it fast. A time lapse is when you speed up the camera. You know, a time lapse, not a speed drawing.
Whenever they say speed drawings, I want to see an actual speed drawing.
Right, like speed painting. Okay, you did it in 25
fast.
minutes. Like, that's not speed painting. Ewok Love is now hosting. Thank you so much, Ewok Love. Oh, I just bumped the table. That's the only downside to my new camera mount is that every time I touch the table, it bounces. But I was thinking about making those into time lapses and also posting those on YouTube. But I'm afraid people won't watch the long ones if I do that.
Yeah. I don't know if they would or not.
Yeah, I feel like the people that will sit and watch an hour-long live stream or a 2-hour-long live stream are gonna watch it anyway.
Yeah.
Like they'll watch it. But I feel like my views will go up if I put short things up there too. Oh, there's a great little picture, Ewok Love. Welcome. Have you been here before? If you have not, everybody welcome Ewok Love. welcome to the live stream. The Critter Crew will welcome you. You're a very friendly group here.
Ooh, Ewok Love, you have an emblem that says Turbo. What is that?
Yeah, what does that mean? I lurk hard. Hey, anything worth doing is worth doing hard. With the little battery?
Turbo is like a super subscription program.
Oh, awesome.
That's cool.
No idea what the turbo is. I just like being able to say that I'm turbo at anything.
Turbo.
I'm turbo at Kaiju.
Isn't a turbo or turbot a kind of fish?
Turbot.
It's not turbo. It's not French.
Turbo might be. Oh, and Ewok Love, if you've just joined, it's Kaiju Time. I'm just sounding crazier and crazier and crazier. Oh, welcome back, Derek. Hopefully that went well.
Yeah, that's a little concerning.
Yeah. I swear, when I had my dog, I took her to the vet more than I went to the doctor myself.
Well, Lucky was always getting into stuff.
Yeah, she was. Ewok Love says they see us every year at Comic-Con.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no. Well, at least it's a minor ear infection.
Okay, that's good.
Oh. I missed it. So when I wait, let's see. I when I had a dog, she's been gone for 6 or 7 years now. She was so accident prone. Like, I don't know if she was accident prone or she just got into stuff. Like, she ate chocolate one year, and I was visiting my family for Christmas, so we had to find like an emergency vet. And she didn't just like eat some chocolate. Like, she got into a box of chocolates and ate like 1.5 pounds of chocolate. And she got super, super sick, and they had to like fill her stomach up with charcoal. And when we first got her, she had parvovirus, which is like usually fatal in puppies. And she came through, and we named her Lucky, just so that, hoping that she would be like, we hadn't even named her yet. And then she jumped into a thorn bush and got a thorn in her eyeball. She blew out both of her ACLs. One of them she blew out twice. So we had to have surgery on both of her ACLs. What else? She got stung by several things. I'm probably missing a lot of them, but that's enough.
I think a lot of that was just because of her breed.
Yeah. Thank you, Raccoonicorn. Raccoonicorn says they love your work also, Amanda.
I like the idea of a raccoonicorn.
Me too.
I just imagine it's like digging through the trash, leaving like a pile of glittery, like rainbow sparkles behind it.
With its little weird hands like this.
And you wake up in the morning and you go outside and there's trash everywhere, but there's also like glitter and marshmallows.
So Derek, when my dog got a thorn in the eyeball, they had to put UV reactive dye into her eye, and then they look in her eye with a black light, and wherever the UV dye settled, it showed the scar from the thorn.
Aw,
So they could see just how bad it was. It was actually not bad. It was surprisingly not that bad. You know how she did it? Her frisbee. So the only thing that dog lived for was her frisbee. Like, she loved the frisbee. She would do backflips to catch it. She was awesome. Like literal backflips. So she would catch it in the air and upside down and then land on her feet. Her frisbee got caught in a tree, and she was too impatient for me to wait for me to go get it. She's just jumping and jumping and jumping with her face first into the tree.
Got it.
And she just had her eyes open and went right into a thorn. So, but again, that dog never made a single sound when it was in pain. Never.
Huh.
She was very, very stoic. So. Oh, that's how they test airplane parts for cracks. Huh. Oh, Lucky was a rat terrier. She was a giant variety of rat terrier. She was the best dog on the planet.
Giant rat terriers aren't that big.
No, they're still very small. They're about the size of a standard fox terrier. They're actually half fox terrier, half Manchester terrier. That's how that breed was formed. Manchester terriers are awesome.
I don't think I've ever seen a Manchester Terrier.
You should look them up, because you'll see Lucky's head.
Oh, weird.
Isn't that crazy?
So rat terriers are just like the head of a Manchester Terrier stuck
on the body of a fox terrier.
Huh.
Isn't that crazy?
The face shape is a bit different.
Yeah, but the coloring is exactly the same.
Yeah. Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think Lucky was had a super high pain threshold. She also had a low BS threshold. Like, she hated other dogs. Let me take that back. She didn't hate them. She just wanted them near her. Like, they would come around. I think because she was so used to being around humans that whenever another dog was around, the only thing she would do is just like, don't sniff my back, don't sniff my butt, and I want to run away from you. And if they tried to like play fight with her, she would just lay on her back and grab them by the neck and flip them over. Like, she was very protective of herself. So, see you later, Ethan. Thanks for popping in. Have a good one. Have a good weekend.
Oh man, rat terrier puppies are cute.
I know. Why do you think I got one? And when Lucky was a puppy, I never let her touch the ground. I carried her everywhere because she almost didn't make it. Like, there was one night where we went into the vet and they're like, I don't know. We don't know if she's gonna make it through the night. So after that, I was super protective of her, and I was like, no, she's not touching the ground. I would take her everywhere, but I would carry her. And then when she got big, obviously, but she hated going for walks. She loved riding in the car. She loved my mom. I'm trying to think of, but she loved her frisbee.
Oh, Red Giant Jam, she'd be great at streaming. Seriously,
Oh, yes,
okay?
she would be awesome. Yes, actually, yeah, I'll talk to her.
Yeah, she'd be good at this.
I think because she does streams on Instagram, but it's such a dumb format for that, like, because it kicks you off at a certain time, and plus you're doing it through your phone and it's clunky. So if she set something up, yeah, she's really good at talking to people, and it's so insanely friendly too.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think she'd be great. I'll make a note of that. I'll send her a message after this. We met her for the first time at Decon this year.
She's awesome.
Yeah. She was great. She comes over to me and she always calls you my wife.
Close enough.
She goes, your wife. I hugged her and she's so She's so frail. She's like a little bird. I don't think she said frail. I think she said you had a small frame.
I am.
You are very small framed.
I am more robust than I feel.
Yeah, but
that's not the first time someone's given me a hug, and like I feel them hug me.
Yeah.
And then I feel them like feel a little bit of resistance, and then they like jerk back. I'm like, you're not gonna break me. It's okay.
Maybe some of the Critter Crew should do an after show stream. Oh man, I don't know how to do. I don't know how to do that.
So you just now figured out how to do the regular stream.
Yeah. I think you can do like invite only streams.
Oh really?
Yeah. I think I'm not sure how to do it. If Hannah was here, she'd be like, "Yeah, you can," or "No, you can't."
Right.
Yeah, she's a really, really good sculptor. The thing that she just sculpted for Scott Tolleson, that Kappa, is really nice. And Unbox is doing an awesome job on the paint on that thing, too.
Oh, she sculpted that.
Yeah, she sculpted the Krampus for him, too.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't that thing nice?
It's really nice.
Plus
I didn't realize she'd done that.
Plus, she sculpted all those mini muscle figures for Super 7. Yeah, it would just be toilet.
Yeah,
it would just be Toilet Talk. I gotta get a Toilet Talk icon.
You do.
One of these days, I'm actually gonna sculpt on the stream, but ever since I switched over to digital, maybe I'll just do that.
That'd be cool.
It'd probably be easier because I could just stream it directly from the desktop.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have to figure out how to light it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do something with clay at some point. Keep saying that I've got a bunch of projects I have to start, but a lot of them are big and I can't bring the cameras down there.
That makes sense.
Oh, Irk is now hosting you for up to 12 viewers. Thank you so much for the hosting.
Man, I am tired.
Why are you so tired of me, Louise Spade? Is it because you're not playing the penny whistle? She let out a deep sigh. I'm not even sure if you guys heard that. You don't have to play the penny whistle.
Play the penny whistle. Dang it.
Yeah, her mini sculpts are really, really nice. That's actually part of the reason why I switched over to digital sculpting, is because I want to sculpt more minis, and my poor eyeballs. I got to be really careful with my eyes because one of my eyes has a tendency to kind of flare up with some issues that are related to a autoimmune disease that I have, and I can't be that reckless with my eyes anymore. So the nice thing about doing it digitally is I can blow it, like if I'm working on something that's gonna be 2 inches tall, I can blow it up to like 8 inches tall or 12 inches tall.
That's
so,
nice.
What characters would you do for the minis, or would they be new ones? They'd be new. Everything that I'm doing now would be new. So I'm not gonna. I won't do any repeats.
Sorry, it was quiet. I had to make a noise.
Thank you. Did you get uncomfortable?
Oh no! Too quiet.
Were you worried? Because it's Kaiju Time! Also, something got messed up here. I wonder what... Oh, there, I fixed it. I think? Maybe I fixed it. I don't know. We're having a crazy one tonight, guys.
What's crazy?
Everything's crazy.
Aye.
This bird.
Oh, that bird. So crazy.
Well, Bug Bite will be 5 years old this coming September.
Whoa, that's kind of amazing.
I like that somebody else is keeping better track of my work than I am.
Wow, 5.
So the first time we did Bug Bite and Pipsqueak was for Designer Con. I think. Yeah. We handmade like 120 each or something like that. Or maybe it was 60 total.
I was going to say it was not that many.
And then we hand sanded them, and then we glued all the eyes in, and then we put them in the packaging. And then the day before we were going to Comic or Designer Con with them, we looked in the bags, and all the eyes were cloudy.
Oh yeah.
Because we used super glue. And super glue, which is like, was that crayon acrylate glue?
Normally it's not a problem.
Normally it's not a problem, but if you put it into a closed space before it's dry, it'll off gas and it'll settle on the surface of things. So it's actually a way, you've probably seen it on CSI. It's a way to get fingerprints. If you put super glue down on something and then put it, like if I put a fingerprint here, and I put a thing of super glue right next to it and put a cup over it, it would settle on the fingerprint, and then you could tape over and lift the fingerprint. So there you go. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, Pipsqueak was made at the same time. We should have a birthday party for them.
That's true.
We've thrown parties for them. We've made videos of it.
It's true.
They celebrate all the holidays together. I've kind of retired Bug Bite though. I have like I have maybe a small handful of them left. But there's no molds of him, no active molds of him anymore.
There's no active molds of Pipsqueak either.
But we're gonna be doing Pipsqueak 2.0.
I am. I'm actually retooling both Pipsqueak and Belfry, so there will be Pipsqueak and Belfry 2.0.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just move on from Bug Bite. I've made many colors of him. Probably, I've made more smidgens, but I've probably made about 30 Pipsqueaks. So, pity you can't do a 5th anniversary edition. But never say never. I mean, we have masters and stuff that we can still use to make molds. We can probably make a small run or something. But it's funny that we can still put them out and people still want them.
I still like them.
Yeah, Pipsqueak's great.
I didn't, but I can, Derek.
What's that?
Show a sneak peek of my upcoming release.
Oh.
Let me find something to share.
Okay. See, when you guys ask questions, you get answers.
I don't think I've shared this on Instagram, so I can show this.
Alright, where are you going to show it? Here?
Right here.
Okay. Show it. Oh, look at that face. That's a pretty one.
There's that.
I was a little late on that one.
Sorry, it's alright.
Yeah, maybe I'll do some more Bug Bites. I don't know. I don't know if the interest is high enough for an old figure like that, but maybe.
Yeah, there's always new collectors.
Everybody says it's gorgeous and stunning. I agree.
Thank you. I'm bringing the goth realness this time.
Yeah. I just love. I know you were originally supposed to release all those in around Halloween, but I love that you're releasing them in February.
Well, there you go.
People need a little darkness in February around Valentine's Day.
Right.
Yeah, you come by the goth very honestly.
Yeah, actually, probably 97.
What's the gothest thing you've ever done?
Ever done or made?
Done. Like ridiculously goth.
Other than doing a college project in which I took black and white photos in the cemetery.
That's pretty goth, but that's like standard goth.
You asked. It's standard, but it's... I don't know, like...
You've had a few dead animals in your freezer.
Yeah.
So have I.
There was a period of time where my mom just called me Wednesday all the time. I don't know. Honestly, I don't really know. I mean, we're talking like 15 years of this. I don't really remember.
Have you ever dyed anything that was already black again?
Yes. Things fade.
That's pretty goth.
You need to re-black things sometimes. So a friend of ours, her screen name on Instagram is My Blacks Don't Match, and it is like the best. It's the best sentiment because all the time, if you wear pretty much all black, you'll put on various things of different ages, and you realize that they don't match at all. Like, I just got a bunch of new socks because all my socks have holes in them. Brand new black socks is showing me how old all of my pants are and how faded all of my
You're
pants
also
are.
terrible at buying new clothes. So
I don't blow out socks like you do.
No, you don't.
Like, you can hear them.
Spencer is concerned that the dead animal part was glossed over pretty fast. We both collect skulls and stuff, so when you find a notable dead animal.
I had a dead crow. That's pretty goth.
Yeah.
I had a dead crow in the freezer, but...
It's illegal to taxidermy them.
That's a problem, and I was going to try it myself, but this was during the time where, like, the avian flu...
Oh,
no,
yeah.
No, I'm sorry, it was West Nile virus was a thing.
Oh, okay.
And I was actually smart enough to be a little nervous about that, so I just buried them. West Nile is a bad disease, and I don't want it.
That's a pretty fair thing to be nervous about.
Yeah.
And you've actually taxidermied animals before. I have not.
I've poor man's taxidermy. I've what they call dry preserve.
Yeah.
I've never actually done like tanning.
Right.
But thanks, Derek. I like the new socks. They're like a lot warmer because they haven't completely worn through to the point of having holes in the bottom.
We're at 1:30, which is pretty early for being this far along, actually. I was a little worried that I was not going to know... that I was not going to do very well on this because I didn't know where I was going. Oh, can you text my daughter?
Yeah.
And tell her that I'm live streaming, and I will get back to her.
Oh, okay.
I think she was, one of her friend's parents texted me about hanging out with her tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I got it.
All right, thank you. Yeah, we have a pretty extensive skull and taxidermy collection, which is, and antlers. And you have a lot of, like, medical...
oh yeah, I've been collecting medical
bottles.
Stuff since college, hence the book.
And you have many tooth molds.
Yes.
And tooth samples.
Yes, a lot. Always wanting more, but also always telling myself I don't need more.
Surprisingly, not many real teeth.
I have a jar.
Yeah, I have a jar too, but most of them were pulled out of my face.
Yeah.
Guys, I gotta show you my molar one of these times.
I can go grab it if you want.
I don't know, you guys up for seeing the largest molar you've ever seen in your life? You can say no. If it's too gross, I won't show it.
It's not, it doesn't have like blood or anything on it.
No, it's just a tooth. So far into the stream and no penny whistle yet.
I'm gonna wait until the last 30 seconds.
And go doo 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 doo. No, it's not in my mouth. I had it pulled out. So when I had it pulled out, the dentist said something to the effect of, "Holy cow, that's the biggest molar I've ever seen," and also look at the direction that the roots go. I'm keeping this one, and I said, "No, you're not." So yeah, I commandeered my tooth from becoming a trophy for my dentist. Oh yeah, boy, you must have been digging deep, Kesho. It was way back there. Sounds like Amanda's having a hard time. Maybe we can't find them. I have a drawer full of teeth.
My God, your teeth are huge.
I told you, I'm a big person, so.
Holy cow.
So I don't know if it's Guinness Book big, but it's big.
They're big. So real
There's
quick,
one.
here's my little bottle of
Give,
teeth.
give,
Yay.
give.
Okay, here. There.
All right.
Yeah,
this is
remember
the
they're
one.
huge.
That's the one.
Oh my God.
That's the one. It's a little gross.
Well, here, put it in my hand because I have regular people hands. Your hands are really big.
It's a little gross.
Well, here, let's flip it over. Oh, they're both
There's a
sides are
hole
gross.
in that side. That's
Well,
why. That's why I had
they're
it pulled out. Yeah.
So-
you don't want to see those ones.
Pardon the big cavity on it, but there
Yeah.
you go.
Look at that one.
It's a monster. It doesn't really accurately show how big this sucker
So,
is.
It's
huge.
I had that pulled out with while I was awake. No surgery or anything. So there you
Someone
go.
suggested perhaps he get knocked out, but someone didn't listen to that someone.
And then I had 3 other ones pulled out.
And then really regretted it.
I had 3 other ones pulled out another time because they weren't impacted or anything. And I don't respond very well to Novocaine. Actually, let me take that back. Novocaine doesn't work on me. So there's been a couple of times where I've had like dentistry with nothing, and I've had a biopsy of my thyroid, and the local didn't work. So, yeah. So they really have to, they have to use other things, but Novocaine does not work on me. So yeah, I got a tooth pulled out of my face without any pain management.
Here's a comparison. The one by itself is like a normal-sized human tooth.
Yeah.
The other 2 are Chris's massive teeth. So you can see the difference there.
I got big teeth. Well, I used to. I still have them.
They're just not in your mouth.
I still have them. They're just in a jar. There we go. Sorry, it got a little weird, guys. Showing off human teeth. Well, they're mine.
I was gonna say, it just got as weird as the living room is all the time.
They're mine. Although I think they are like kaiju teeth. The most fun I ever had when I had to get a root canal, and I just, for some reason, I just said, they were about to start making my crown, and I said, "Do you guys make gold crowns?" And they said, "Yeah, but people don't usually ask for them because they stand out so much." And a crown like covers the whole top of your tooth. And I said, "Well, so what's the benefit to getting a gold one?" They said, "Well, gold is actually better. It's better. It adheres to your gums better, and it stays cleaner." And I said, "Well, I'll take a gold one." And they're like, "Okay, that'll be $50 more." So I got a giant gold tooth right there.
They're heavy too.
Yeah, my teeth are heavy too. Yeah, Derek, I've had tooth problems my whole life. So a lot of my older paintings, there's a lot of like teeth in my older paintings, and that's actually why I have Amanda and I both have teeth tattoos. So we have matching teeth tattoos. So thanks, Foxy Moxie. This guy came together pretty quickly. So the stream is He's winding down. If anybody has any questions at all about anything, I can decide what I don't want to answer. But if you guys have any have any questions about anything, burning questions you've always wanted to ask me, go ahead, ask away. I will answer. Thank you for posting the link to my teeth. I'm gonna click on that because I want to see it. It was many moons ago. Holy cow! Yeah, that's big. That's a gross picture, by the way, because you can see all the connective tissue. That was 4 years ago. Man, I can feel the pain like it was yesterday. I swear I can hear a kid outside bouncing a basketball. It's 12 after 10 in Ohio, and it's like 15 degrees outside. Ridiculous. Where are your parents, kid? Huh. Yeah, it changes a little bit. Actually, that was where I first started posting my morning scribbles. You can find them. I think it starts in... I'm not sure where it started. You can find the first one that says morning scribbles on it, though. It's like a separate photo next to it. It's a lot of scrolling. I've posted a lot of photos. Let's see exactly how many photos I posted on Instagram. It's been a lot. Instagram's been very good to me. My number count has gone up quite a bit lately. I've posted 2,561 posts since I started, so that's a few. Oh man, Derek. So you've seen my kids grow, is what you're saying. You've seen them from when they were tinier to being full-blown teenagers. My daughter's got one more year before she's a teenager. So, oh my gosh, I wonder, is that the one? Yeah, I think that might be the one. I'm not sure if that's it. I wish I could just go to the next one. Huh. Crazy. Oh yeah, I have I think there's like a photo of the first logo on one of those too. Of the original hand drawn Morning Scribbles logo. They've changed a little bit. Oh yeah, my son's birthday parties were always crazy. We had the Illuminati birthday party. That was my favorite one. Maybe that's it. Ah, that's not the one. It's like a vulture-y looking thing. I think you're asking if I sell my drawings. I think that's what you're asking. Oh, good night, D'Artagnan. Thanks for hanging out. And if you're asking if I sell my drawings, yes, I do. I have a drawing sale about every month and a half on my store right here, bindlewood.com. So for my son's Illuminati birthday party, he was really joking about the Illuminati a lot. So Amanda wrote this like this ritual for him. Maybe if I sculpt my drawings. Sometimes I do. So we like blindfolded him and let him into the studio, which there was nothing in yet, and we had it lit with candles, and we were all wearing white masks and standing around his cake, which was a triangle with a pyramid with an eye on it, and I think there's a great photo on Instagram somewhere of it, but we were all very, very serious, and he had, like, Amanda read this thing and made him cut the cake, and then there was like this really ominous music playing, and he was like almost in tears because he was so nervous because he had no idea. Like we totally freaked him out. And then as soon as he finished it, we had like total silence for like 30 seconds, and then we switched the music over to Smash Mouth's All Star to cut the tension. It was so funny.
Also, that cake was pitch black.
So the cake was chocolate on chocolate.
We cooked blue for like a week.
We added black food coloring to the frosting and to the cake. And it definitely changed the color of our poop.
It was an adventure. It was a toilet adventure.
Yeah, toilet talk, TM. But that was the craziest one. Actually, the craziest one was Chloe's Five Nights at Freddy's party, which at some point we'll have to finish that video.
I feel like by now it's too late, but
no, I mean for us at least to share on some places, but that was pretty amazing. We basically built a haunted house in the basement, complete with actors and audio visual, and it was crazy.
It was pretty nuts.
Like, what's happening here? No, Kesha found the post for the Illuminati party.
That was a while back.
It was like two years ago.
Oh yeah. Ben looks so young.
Because he was. Oh yeah, so the one in the middle back is my dad. And then Chloe
He's not that tall.
is this. He was standing on a box.
Oh,
and my mom is on the right side of Ben. And that's you.
Look how little Chloe is.
Yeah, she's as tall as you now.
She's so small. She's like, is she as tall as your mom?
Yeah, she's at least as tall, if not taller now. So, there you go. That was a fun one. But your ritual that you wrote for him was amazing.
I'm pretty proud of our cake.
Yeah, that cake was awesome. All right, guys. I think I'm done.
It was the cake of knowledge, I believe.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, I think that black food coloring, because so when you're mixing it into, we started with dark chocolate buttercream, because if you tried to take white icing all the way down to black, you'd have to add so much food dye. You could probably taste it. But yeah, it's actually made of what? Green and red and blue, I think, is how they actually make the black.
I think so.
So, yeah. And apparently, the green and the blue are the ones that stay in your system till the very end.
The literal end. Alright guys, I think I'm done. So, thanks everybody for hanging out for the Thursday edition for Kaiju Time. There it is. Thank you, Amanda.
You're very welcome. I'll learn more. I neglected my duties. I'm sorry.
So.
Sorry. Sorry. Good.
So, we'll be back on Monday. We'll be back on Monday. We gotta get up early tomorrow because we have a meeting to go to. But it was awesome hanging out with you guys, as always. I will see you guys, the diehards, over on the Facebook group. If you're not part of the Facebook group, send a whisper to Kesho81 in the chat there, and send her the email address that's attached to your Facebook profile, and she will send you an invite. But you gotta come watch and be on the chat if you want to be part of it. So it's a secret group. So if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram here at Chris Ryniak. If you don't know about my shop, go to bindlewood.com. Sign up for the mailing list there. We don't send out a lot of mail, but when we have sales coming up, we'll definitely tell you about it. And support me on Patreon if you want. As always, I'm Chris Ryniak. You guys are the Critter Crew. And that's Amanda Louise Spade. On Penny Whistle. Alright, guys. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.